I got a feeling I'm about to get put on. I got a feeling that something finna take off. I got a feeling, and it won't be too much longer. Got a feeling coming up on the.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. Today, my special guest is an artist. He moves around, he does shows, he's very visible, he's all over the place. If you follow him, if you pay attention to what he has going on, Dan D the Hitmaker.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, brother?
What's good with it, cornbread? What's good with it, man? I'm here.
Chilling, man.
Thanks for
Well,
having me.
yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, we discussed this a while ago. You know what I'm saying? So this was already in the plans for me. What I wanted to ask you was, when did you decide that making music was gonna be something that you take serious?
Probably when throughout my teens, 15 or 16, 'cause I used to record on cassette tapes. Going like freestyles on cassette tapes. And after a while, I went digital in 2000, 2001. Recording freestyles on Pro Tools, Vegas Pro. I don't know if you heard of that. And then my partners was like, "Man, hey, it's time to get paid. You got to sell tapes and CDs. Time to make money off it." So from there, I took it serious and just took off from there. But I was just doing it locally, my city, Baytown. So after a while, the team broke up, and I just said, I got to do it myself. So after a while of doing it myself, just selling CDs, I decided to go in Houston, perform in Houston, around Houston, uh, just doing the damn thing, promoting myself, networking with myself, networking with others, and just trying to take it to another level.
No doubt. What was who was your influence that influenced you maybe before you started making music? What artists influenced you?
Mostly Ghetto Boys, the whole Rap A Lot team. Take it to H-Town, Ghetto Boys, Fifth Ward Boys, Street Military. Take it to California, West Coast, the whole Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Warren G. Take it to the East Coast, more like Notorious B.I.G., Mike Geronimo, Rakim, Karis One, guys like those.
That's what's up, man. Now, tell us about this recent record that you just dropped. I see that you just dropped a single recently.
Yeah, so I made a record for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Show ladies love. Because I do have a fan base of women. So I got to give something back for them. And the name of the song is called So Into You. You know what I'm saying? Just expressing something, you know what I'm saying, for your significant other, so called be it, and just tell them how
Yeah,
I feel.
I want to ask you about that, because I'm an artist myself, but I recognize the changes that have occurred in our genre of music. And one of them is you really don't hear artists expressing their love for their woman within song like how you used to. Like I'm from the 90s era. And back then, you know, depending on what the artist was talking about or what their, image was, most of the time you would have a well-rounded album. You have a song that talks about reality. You
Right.
have a song that might be lighthearted and fun. You
Yeah.
might have a song that make you dance. A lot of rappers back then would make songs about their mother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or and then it became a point where rappers were making songs about their girlfriends and or wives.
Right.
You
Right.
know, and so, but today you don't really hear that. You don't really hear too much of giving respect to the girlfriend or honoring the wife through song. Very few do. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's commendable because you don't see artists doing that today.
Right.
Uh, do you have any other plans to release any other music before this year is over with?
Most definitely. I stay with the pen and pad. So I mean, if you look at my recent catalog of the songs, I do what you just said. Have a song for the ladies, have a club song, have a song for your mama or your daddy or loved ones, or have a song just dress and fly, or someone that may passed away. Just be what's the word I'm looking for? Be tackle different subjects and different topics on songs when writing music. Tackle all your fan bases. Reach out to them, something that they can relate to. You know, 'Cause then
That's
that's when
real.
they, yeah, that's when they feel it from the heart.
Yeah, man. Well, talk about all these shows you got going on, man, because you have a lot of moving parts and bunch of shows. You know what I'm saying? When is the most recent show?
I have a show today, King's Flea Market off MLK with the Homeboy
Okay.
show. Yeah, with the Homeboy Showtime.
All right.
So that's going to be live today. So that's have a lot of great acts, a lot of legends out there. K Reno, again, Fifth World Boys, Swisher House, Rec Shop's going to be there. Renetta Spencer, Ronnie Spencer. So it's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? Come through, check it out. Yeah, I'm performing, of course. So yeah, that's what event I have today. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And what can people look forward to in the future as far as your shows? Because I know it just don't stop today. I know you probably got something next week and the week after, and so on and so forth.
So I have a back to school event, on the 18th of Veterans Memorial on the Southwest. So let the kids get their school supplies so they can get back to school. Their pens and paper, backpacks, folders, whatever they need. So they can get back to school, get the education they need, and they can have a career and do right with themselves.
Yeah, man, that's another thing too. I mean, it wasn't, it hasn't been that many artists who have, I guess, made records geared towards children, but children are the most impressed with
Right.
rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because we have replaced the role model figures that used to be mom and dad. Now they looking up to the basketball player and the rapper. A lot of people have problems with that. I know at first it was looked at as one thing, but times have changed, and now these rappers or rappers just in general are looked at as role models to a lot of the younger generation, especially kids. Uh, will you be making records geared toward children or the kids or the younger generation?
Yes, I have a song called Woosaw. Just explaining myself to the kids. Hey, don't go out there, don't get in the streets, don't get in negative activities or hanging out with a group or person or more that brings negativity towards you. Then that's when it leads to jail or death. That's one song I have called Woosaw. You might want to check that out, streaming on all sites. You know, so
That's
yeah,
real. Uh, those type of messages are needed because once again, you don't have many artists who touch on that. Very few of us rappers, what I'm saying, make records like that, unfortunately. But it should be more because they're very impressionable. And that is commendable that you do have that record. Um, is there a plan for an album for you?
besides the three
Or
LPs, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I said, is there a plan for an album or is it just gonna be single, single, single?
Besides the three albums I have out that already been out, so I'm just dropping singles right now. Then hopefully I'll put up. Well, I will put out an album eventually, LP or at least an EP. But until then, I'm just dropping singles after singles. So that's monthly, or two a month. So just check that out. So I just keep in contact, keep following. Check out the hits.
No doubt. Do you plan to go into movies or any other areas of entertainment? Because you do know that this music thing is a vehicle and you could get in it and you could drive to, you could drive to owning your own fashion. You can get
Right,
in
right.
and up to, be in your own movies or it's so much that you could do with this vehicle. Do you plan to do anything like that for yourself?
Most likely in the music videos, I try to make like short films like Michael Jackson used to. Some of the legends used to. They make films out of their music videos to capture the whole storyline and creativity of the art of making a music video. So hopefully I get into that in the future.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Well, I ask everybody this question. Does Dan D have a top five best rappers? And you
Of
know
all,
what? And you know what? And to be honest with you, and to be totally fair, I'm a correct the question because hip hop has now been going on almost 51 years.
correct.
It is
Correct.
unfair to ask a top five when this genre has been going on for almost 51
50
years.
years.
So I say top 10
Right.
rappers. You know
Of
what I'm
all
saying?
of all time is what you're saying, asking, right?
It could be all time. It could be right now.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my top 10 of all time in no particular order. Okay, that's cool with you.
That's
Um,
cool.
okay, from 1 to 5, I'm going with Rakim, Karis One, Big Daddy Kane, Ice Cube, and Scarface. That's top 5. And 6 through 10 would be Cool Mo D, Cool G Rap, LL Cool J, Too Short. And I want to throw Bun B in there. You know, that'd
Yeah.
be top 10. My
But I
top 10.
mean, I can't complain about the list because everybody on the list is, most of these artists you name is the people that I grew up listening to myself.
Right,
Uh, just it's a lot of when you say the names, a lot of albums and songs come to mind, and that a lot of that is the soundtrack of my life.
right, right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's a solid list. That's all I can say, man.
Yeah.
Very solid list, man. Um, you've been doing a lot of shows.
Mhm.
You have seen a lot of crowds. I want to ask you about the performance aspect because we all know that the performance level in hip hop has taken a decline as far as well as the quality in rap has taken a decline too. Uh the performance. At one point you had artists who was almost like a circus on stage.
Right, right.
Remember MC Hammer had 50 million dancers and a big old band on stage. Like real. And
Yeah,
then you had artists who just had their entourage on stage.
right.
And then you had somebody like Jay-Z, who in the beginning he was the only artist on the label, so he was the only one on stage,
Yes,
at first.
yes.
Until it started getting more people and then it became more performance driven. What can you tell the younger or up and coming artists about the performance aspect? Because to me, it's just as important as when you go in that booth, because a lot of people, your first impression, what I'm saying, might be somebody just standing up somewhere, and next thing you know, boom, you're performing. This person don't know you,
Mhm.
but based off of your performance, it's gonna dictate how that crowd perceives you.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And this is very important that young artists know that, yeah, it's good to go in the booth and record and write and all that, but the stage is a major component to what's going on. And if you could explain or tell the younger audiences about the performance aspect, cool.
Yeah. Well, my opinion aspect of it will be to entertain the crowd. That's number one. You're trying to entertain them, right? Because they want their money's worth. That's what they came for. They came to see a show. So my opinion is whether you bring a crowd like MC Hammer with 20 dancers and 20 more dancers, as long as they get the audience, the fans get their money's worth, that's the whole point. That's the name of the game. I mean, as far as the entourage, you perform, you have like 20 guys in the back just standing around. I don't. But then again, it could mean something because they're part of your team. They're part of the guys they're part of the crew that help you get to where you're at. That's what it is. So they play a major role in that also. But for me, I'm more like the old school, like Karis One, Rakims, and LLs. They rock the stage one deep,
Right.
And that's what I do. So, it's however you put it. My opinion. As long as you entertain me, as long as I come to your show, get my money's worth, I'm satisfied.
And that's real, man. Well, before we get up out of here, is there anything that you would like to say to anybody? Anything that you would like to promote?
Come on, check my music out on all streaming sites. You know, all streaming sites. Blaze this new single, "So Into You" for the ladies. I'm saying I got something not just for the ladies, for the gentlemen, for the kids, for everybody. If you lost a loved one, check out my music streaming sites. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, /Dan D the Hitmaker. Um, thanks for supporting me, man. Thanks for having me again, Cornbread. And yeah, let's keep the thing going, keep underground going, keep the
Oh
music
yeah.
going.
I'm pretty sure. I know we're gonna run into each other again, and
Definitely.
eventually, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back on and speak again. You know what I'm saying? Because this is gonna be a continual thing. You know what I'm saying? This has to. You know what I'm saying? For the betterment of what we are doing musically, this must continue. This type of dialogue, this type of conversation, this will be an ongoing conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, on behalf of Dan D the Hitmaker, I am
Sure.
Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. And until next time, everybody, peace and love, because that's what the world needs in a serious way.
Yeah.
Peace and love.